swoop down, up underneath their fucking ass, and go between their fucking legs. Balls bouncing on the camera. Swoop back up. I'm back with another drunk reaction, and today I'm drinking Admiral Nelson's pineapple rum. Oh yeah, I just noticed this actually. It's the because I always mix everything with Diet Pepsi for the most part. Sometimes like when I've done too many reactions in a row and I just can't handle any more caffeine, I'll break out some cranberry juice for the Fireball, or for like this shit, I'll break out some pineapple juice, whatever. Anyway, when I mix pineapple rum, the color of the Pepsi is a lot more translucent. When it's Fireball, which is of course is a darker drink, the color's darker. I don't know, man. It's the shit you fucking notice when I've been doing like reactions literally every other day and doing about 6 or 7 reactions in a row. I'm trying to like get ahead of shit. Um, so like I've been like it used to be just even a couple weeks ago I was doing reactions about every 3 or 4 days. I've cranked up production, so the shit you start noticing once you start doing that stuff is like you start knowing the intricacies and the nuances. Anyway, you ain't here for all that. You're here because I'm starting a new show, an Amazon original called Homecoming. This is season 1, episode 1, entitled Mandatory. And one thing that excited me about this, these are short episodes. You don't usually see it like a 26-minute drama episode. Like Unmade was like that. Unfortunately, with Unmade, I watched the entire season, but the ratings were abysmal. Maybe I'll bring it back because like I did that shit back in March, and my channel hadn't, really. It still hasn't taken off, but it really hadn't taken off at that point. So maybe people like, I don't know. But anyway, so like that's all I know. The trailer looked pretty dope. Something about some fucking genetic super soldier shit. I don't fucking know, man. I have no fucking idea. I thought Homecoming was a Beyonce album. So like I didn't know shit, man. I see people tweet about Homecoming. I thought that's what they'd be talking about. I wouldn't be paying much attention, and then come to find out it's an Amazon show that's apparently pretty good. Came back for a second season, so let's get into it, man. Okay. My filmmaking brain, I'm just thinking about this designing this shot. Cameraman starting there, swinging it around. This shit like takes time to coordinate, man.
Hi, you Walter?
Yeah, hi.
And then you pull back. This is a pretty well designed shot. I like this. They still haven't cut.
That's nice.
That.
Of course, bring us back to the original, the start of the cut.
Not especially. Oh, good.
Cameraman's still backing up,
We can get started. And if you don't mind, I'd like to.
They still haven't cut. This is amazing. I love this.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Okay, great.
I watched a short film where the first 7 minutes of the short film were is one take. And then the coming back in, man. This is cool, man.
It's April 10th, 2000.
Hey, cameraman, the action. Wait, where are you going, man? Where you going, cameraman? Damn.
Week 1, session 1.
Blow the whole fucking take, why don't you? So what was that? Let me see. That was almost a 2 minute take, almost. Now, there's shit you can do, which I didn't notice them doing here. They did it in Serenity. The movie Serenity starts with a one-shotter. They call it a one-shotter. That lasts, I think, about 6 minutes or some shit. That lasts a really ridiculously long time. But twice, they turn the camera really fast. They start here, and then they go like this. And what you can do is you can cut between takes when you do that. You can take that point when they swing the camera around and use this take up to this point, and then use this take up this point. They did it twice in Serenity, so that really you had 3 one-take scenes rather than a continuous one-take scene. But it was very clever the way they did that shit. In my movie, we had a couple. We did that. It was designed in there. We ended up not needing to use it. We got a full 7-minute take. But we had it in there.
Soldiers that you treated there. How were they?
Why don't you go outside and I will get a break and come talk to you.
Sure, right now.
Yeah,
I'll just meet you out there.
Right outside.
I'll meet you out there right outside.
Yes.
Right outside. Right outside.
Why don't you ask like 17 times, you dumbass?
Health-wise, basically, I work for you.
Good.
Yeah, if only it
So
worked
the
that way.
only-
My dad was
I
in the
don't wanna say
military.
Mandatory, but
but mandatory.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
I
the name of
guess.
the episode.
The only it's the same medication. There's no change in.
Let's not throw that word around the facility, okay? Now that the guys have moved in, we should be, discreet.
Right. Okay.
Hey, how's it all
The
going?
cinematography of
Well,
this
I
is
know
really,
an office
really
isn't the
interesting.
ideal clinical environment.
I mean, they're doing
No,
some
it's fine.
very
It's
interesting
really
shit
been
with this.
helpful, and we've got all
Now, a
the
lot of times the
stuff.
pilot of a TV show will have like a much bigger budget than the rest of the series. It'll be interesting to see if they're doing shit like this in episodes 3 and 4 and 5.
Decorator did a great job.
Hey, perfect. We're gonna be
Because right now, like, this shit takes a lot of fucking time and money, man.
Guys don't seem to mind.
That shot we just saw, that could take half a day, man.
Need the data. That's the key.
Of course.
Without that presentation,
One person is out of step and you gotta do this shit again.
squared away by then.
In the lighting,
Understood.
because everything that the camera passes by has to be lit.
Have what?
And none of those lights can be seen by the camera as it's moving around the space, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
That's fucking hard to do.
To be surgically precise in this.
I mean, see, like that hallway that she just walked through, like they had the lights on the walls and the ceiling, specifically so they didn't have to put a movie light there, From a technical standpoint, this is one of the better shows I've seen in a while.
Holistic approach to the initial stages of the treatment.
Yeah, I know they're buzzwords.
Well, I feel like we're just kind of throwing them into the process without developing much of a relationship.
I'm gonna stop you there.
That's another theory in filmmaking where, like, you can't just have the camera go away from a character; it has to follow somebody. You know, he has become our anchor. In other words,
I get that.
and now he's probably gonna be our anchor.
Okay, well, based on what you just said, you don't.
Yeah, you can't you couldn't have just had the camera come over here without that anchor. You know what I'm saying? Although now they're moving without an anchor.
I just was thinking of it.
Oh yeah, then now they're reconnecting with her. She's our anchor again. This is so fucking well constructed, man. Like that, I'm fucking blown away how good this shit is. Like, I'm usually here to crack jokes, basically just make jokes and shit, but I'm too impressed with what we're seeing here from a technical standpoint, a cinematography standpoint, to like be firing off my usual jokes, man.
This flight's like 22 hours long.
All right, I have to trip.
Holy shit, man. This is super impressive.
It's gotta be a sterile facility.
Just hang up on this bucket ass.
I'm gonna let you go, and
Oh, wait, Heidi, wait. I remember what I was gonna ask.
oh, great.
Did we run the background check on the bus boys?
Jesus.
Background check the what?
The bus boys. Did we
Holy
background
shit.
check the bus boys?
This motherfucker's been in here the whole fucking time? Jesus Christ, that's fucking dark as fuck.
So, I need you to get into that tonight.
Oh, great. Yeah, she ain't going home anytime soon.
Whatever, background check, full workup.
I hope she's getting large. I can see why she's now waiting tables, man. Like, fuck all this, right?
Okay, gotta go.
Oh, she's still going home. Cool.
Killing it. Got you, Pepe.
And, I didn't mention this before, but obviously when they did the waitress scene, the fucking the aspect ratio was completely different. It looked like it was being shot on an iPhone, essentially. Like when they do it like this instead of like what you're supposed to do like this, fucking idiots. But anyway, that was very clearly defined as, this is the future, and right, everything else we're seeing is the past. They did that intentionally. Westworld does a lot of shit, but they do it way more subtle. It's like their aspect ratio is like slightly different. A lot of times, people don't even notice it because it's not enough to be noticeable.
A year.
Well, yeah, we started texting in August, so that's like...
Right. Well, okay.
Jesus Christ, that's pathetic, man.
And I know you
Dude.
always said you wanted to keep things simple.
I did.
I get it.
I do.
But the truth
Yeah,
is
she's
you
kicking you out,
inspired me.
dude. Like, pack your shit.
After all those false... make a fresh start.
You need to shed him like a
Like you
fucking
do.
snake
Put
shit in the
together.
skin, man. Like, yeah. Bye-bye now. Go to flight school in the States. Yeah, I'm gonna need way, way more wine for this. She's like chugging the shit. Man, the fucking camera work in this show is phenomenal.
Really great.
I think the last time I was this impressed was American Horror Story. Those motherfuckers, they completely different aesthetic, right? Those motherfuckers are nuts, man. They'll put the fucking camera up in the corner and shit, like swoop down, up underneath their fucking ass, and go between their fucking legs. Balls bouncing on the camera, swoop back up, and then while the people walking down the hallway and shit, and follow them backwards, and then follow them fucking sideways. It's like, I keep wanting to call them Amityville Horror, American Horror Story. Those motherfuckers are like insane what they do with the camera, like absolutely fucking shit smearing crazy, and I like it.
Was a fucking desert. There weren't so many shoe stores.
This guy
But I remember
really,
last week
really
we were
does not
talking
know how to
about,
roleplay, man.
communication.
And over time, I skinned the front of my big toe off, and then there was fungus, and it got infected. And by the
Jesus
time I
Christ,
had to
dude.
look at it, they were like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? You almost lost your toe." So yeah, shoes.
Great salesman, man. That's a great sales
It was
pitch.
interesting. You know, I feel like in an environment
This
like
guy
this,
is
however,
I get
really,
what we're
really
trying to
working
do, but
hard
it's not
here, man.
necessary. Ridiculous.
what's ridiculous?
Hello, you, salesman.
Jesus, man.
Relax.
That's why you don't like be making. You need to know who to make fun of and who not to make fun of. This ain't a dude you make fun of,
Take a
man.
breath.
Hair trigger ass motherfucker.
And then my buddy.
Got 2 minutes.
Yeah, see,
Appreciate your
way
cooperation.
different
Mind waiting
aspect
for the door a
ratio.
little bit?
Sure.
The
So,
fuck you want?
Yeah, it's homecoming at the Tampa facility.
yeah, years ago.
Oh, Florida,
I
that
said
makes
week.
sense.
What's this about?
I thought she was on a fucking island somewhere, man.
Deal interview complete.
I was a counselor.
A counselor, all right.
You were also an administrator.
And
We
why
saw
did
the
you
we
leave?
saw the footage, bitch.
I quit.
Why?
My mother got hurt, and I had to come home and take care of her.
So you quit the job in Tampa because your mom got hurt and now you work here at this restaurant?
That's literally what the
Yeah.
fuck I just said,
That's what I
motherfucker.
did. I had to come back home, and
Because your mom got hurt.
yes,
Is your
Like
current
this dude, like what is he? Jimmy 2 times, man. Yeah, like he repeats back everything you say, Jimmy 2 times, 2 times. Like what the fuck, man?
yeah. Really? Yeah, I'll be back in just a second.
Yeah, why don't you come help me beat this dude's
Okay,
ass?
thanks.
I'm simply trying to get some basic information about the program. It's not my intention to
I
agitate.
am not agitated.
Yeah, well, I want you to stop asking the same question 15 times in a row, bitch.
Can you tell me if
'Cause
your
that is
clients are on
agitating.
a voluntary basis? You don't know.
Yes, I know. Don't get me wrong. She's acting fucking.
Do you have some
She's
kind of
acting shady as hell, man.
identification?
My question is, were the men there voluntarily?
Asked and
I
answered,
need to go back
motherfucker.
I'm-
You don't remember anything about your work.
I already
Now,
told
see,
you.
she could be telling the truth about this. They could like. That's interesting. Maybe they can modify memories.
What about the name Walter Cruz?
Interesting.
Do you remember him?
I thought she was lying, but like now I think her memory is modified. Interesting. Very interesting. Of course, I could be chasing a dog down the garden path, but you know it's possible. Sam Ismail, holy shit, Mr. Robot Man. I'm also watching Mr. Robot. You know, I had no idea he was involved in this, and like you know, he's also doing a Battlestar Galactica reboot. Fantastic. I will say, story wise, like I did, you know, this just wasn't long enough to grip me. You know, like there's mystery here, which is interesting. The cinematography's got me fascinated. Like I would just keep watching just for that. Like that wouldn't hold me over for like you know dozens of hours. Like it would get old soon enough, right? But like I'm very interested by that. What's very interesting, like I didn't see Sam Ismail doing this. I'm only like you know 2/3 of the way through Mr. Robot, and literally I just watched Mr. Robot right before this episode, and so like he wasn't doing any of this cinematography shit. That's fascinating. But story wise, it's a little weak. Usually with a pilot episode, you want to have a hook, but this is a weekly show. It's an original that I assume they released all at once, so there's less pressure to do that. This on network with this, I mean, you wouldn't have people coming back next week to watch, like if this is it, right? But it's different strategy, you know, so they can get away with this. So I mean, hell, I'm gonna watch another one. So far, so good, I say.